Every year, companies globally pour $127 billion into business intelligence initiatives. The expectation is that all that money will build a crystal clear view of the company's future. Instead, for the vast majority of regional firms, that investment shatters into nothing. For years, the gold standard for mid-market firms has been the pursuit of the perfect dashboard. Leadership teams buy licenses for software like Power BI, hoping that a wall of colorful, dynamic charts will automatically fix underlying operational flaws and point them toward better outcomes. But this visualization shows the reality of that assumption. Despite the $127 billion in financial input, a staggering 83% of SME business intelligence initiatives end in complete failure. Many of these companies find themselves trapped in metric museums. They have constructed beautiful, highly polished displays of key performance indicators that look incredibly impressive in a board meeting, but they fail to drive a single actual business decision. When an executive sits down to look at raw, uncontextualized data without a clean data strategy behind it, a psychological block kicks in. It's known as dashboard fatigue. Instead of acting on the information, the leadership team spends the entire meeting debating whether the numbers are actually accurate. Passive observation is a liability. Without a clean data strategy, pretty visuals actively paralyze a company's ability to compete in 2026. This high failure rate doesn't come from a lack of software features. It comes from a BI selection crisis. By focusing entirely on the aesthetics of the front-end dashboard, companies completely ignore the reality of data modeling on the back end. The actual software driving your analytics only accounts for 20% of a successful business intelligence solution. The rest of the battle is entirely architectural. This leads founders straight into the DIY trap. They see a low monthly license fee for a modern analytics platform and assume they've found a cheap way to solve their reporting problems. They radically underestimate the total cost of implementation. This equation represents the rule of 3x. For every software dollar spent, expect $3 in hidden implementation costs. First is the talent gap, hiring a $150,000 data analyst. Second is the integration nightmare, building complex data pipelines connecting disjointed platforms like QuickBooks and Salesforce. Attempting DIY business intelligence without fixing these structural friction points turns a cheap software license into a financial drain. The dashboard becomes an expensive, useless digital paperweight. The alternative to this waste of resources is decision intelligence. Instead of building passive reports that tell you what happened last month, the goal is to implement predictive sales analytics that tell you what to do tomorrow. When executed correctly, the operational impact is significant. A $50 million company can reduce its total reporting time by 80%. This 80% reduction isn't magic. It's the result of choosing tools based on their actual use case rather than theoretical capabilities. To do that, you need a systematic data governance framework known as the MATCH framework: maturity, actual use case, technical, cost, and the human factor. Once the tools are selected, you execute a 90-day transformation. By rolling the system out in strict, tightly scoped phases, a company secures measurable return on investment within the very first quarter. Next comes data storytelling. You bridge the gap between raw numbers and executive action by building a human-verified narrative. Stakeholders need to be able to actually follow the math. True business intelligence is an answers-first methodology. If a data system isn't explicitly designed to answer a specific business question, it is a waste of resources. Only 27% of firms manage to survive the BI selection crisis and achieve sustainable data-driven growth. The firms that reach this level do so by building a foundation robust enough to support advanced tech. This starts with an internal process audit and temporal mapping, a process to identify where your data leaks are occurring so your systems are clean enough to support AI adoption later on. Pivot BI Analytics was built to handle this architectural mess. We act as a specialized partner, bridging the gap between your fragmented source data and enterprise-grade insights, bypassing the need for you to hire an expensive full-time analyst. It is time to stop passively staring at charts and start making decisive moves. Request your free BI assessment today to begin your shift towards sustainable growth.